gonna say calm down.
And go.
Can you give me a 1, 2, 3?
No. And go. 1, 2, 3, and go.
1, 3, 2.
3, 2, 1.
Fucking hell. Welcome to the Deadwood Saloon podcast.
All right. Fucking A. That was smooth. I think that went well.
You took way too fucking long, bro.
That's my favorite thing to do.
Just fuck around.
Talk over people.
God.
Well, yeah.
Any Hooters.
Here we are again. And today, nobody has the balls to be vulnerable and come up with a topic. So
we did it. We came up with animal facts, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna have the internet, come up with topics for.
I want some weird ass facts. You know what?
Weird ass
topic. I got a topic.
I want some weird stuff. I want to know what animal in the world has the biggest butthole or something. I don't know.
Sure, I have a topic.
Okay, what's your topic?
Oh, so now we're changing it.
It's so random.
I'd rather listen to whatever she has to say rather than buttholes.
It's so random, but what bottled water do you guys fucking hate? Do you know how some bottled water just tastes fucking awful?
Dasani's
garbage.
I don't like Dasani.
Garbage.
Well, because they make it salty on purpose.
But most of the time, because I've drank so much Dasani, there's something about it that I don't like anymore. But I really don't pay attention to my water when I'm drinking.
No, I really don't give a fuck as long as it's wet.
Yeah, and not tasting of metal or.
If it hasn't been cooled and thawed out.
Some waters have that weird aftertaste,
Yeah, that's what happens when it's in a bottle and then it gets hot and then it gets cold and then it gets hot again. And then you drink it and it's just plastic. That's all you can taste.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, did you guys know that research has also shown that crows are also known to hold funerals and wakes when an American crow finds the dead body of another crow?
Huh. That's really sad.
That is very sad.
Okay, you want to know why it's really sad?
I do.
Okay. Well, crows like to peck watermelons and shit.
You had the same shit pulled up as me?
No. So this is a story.
Oh, an actual story?
Yeah. I got a story. It happened in my life.
Oh, dude, I want to know right now.
Okay. Well, come from a farming family background. And Uncle Charles had a bunch of land with watermelons on it and shit. And we were having crow problems. Crows would come down and peck everything. Fuck it all up. So, Charles set a live trap for a crow, captured a crow, and plucked it clean. Pulled all the fucking feathers off this motherfucker. But kept it alive. So now it's naked and dying and starving in a cage and bleeding and screaming. And he put it in the middle of the field so that all of the crows would hear it. It was just fucking sadistic.
Is this an actual real story?
Yeah. My uncle did that.
Is your uncle still alive?
Yes. He's the one who has the barn full of pet rabbits that once in a while when he's hungry, he will go in there and grab a fat one by the ears and just kill it with a hammer on the back of his truck and have rabbit legs.
Casually.
It is fucking barbaric.
Yeah, I'm a little shook by that.
Yeah, everyone's just like, God damn, Charles.
So he was like, I'm gonna pluck you to an inch of your life, put you in a cage out in the middle of the field so your friends can hear you.
Yes, as a warning.
God.
It fucking worked. I have never seen another fucking crow in that field. I have never seen another crow in that field, except for Charles Crow.
So he has a pet crow?
No, his name is Crow. His name is Charles Crow.
Third?
Huh?
What?
Okay, I'm done. I'm officially done. You have all my attention.
Oh yeah? What were you doing all this time?
Hey, welcome back. Hey, everybody. Welcome back, Andrea, to the podcast.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out. I didn't go anywhere. I was just finishing up homework.
Oh, well, welcome back.
Yeah, thanks.
need some like intro music next time, like Stone Cold.
Da-da-da!
No,
That's John Cena.
I know it is. I know it's John Cena. I did it on purpose.
Hey, are we decent wrestling fans in here?
I was a
I
wrestling
don't
fan.
watch it at all.
I ain't no
No?
more, but I did until I was like 16.
Like Attitude Era, like wrestling
Yeah,
in that like WCW dispute.
yeah, OG DX.
Oh God, hell yeah, man! I was about to bring up the topic of like best entrances wrestling ever, but it's like, dude, there's too many.
Kane had a badass entrance. Undertaker had badass entrances.
Oh yeah.
Booker T had badass entrances.
Oh yeah. Sucker.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
there was some epic shit.
Very cool stuff.
You know, I didn't know that Triple H actually did marry
Stephanie
McMahon. Yeah,
Yeah.
I had no idea that was an actual thing.
Oh yeah. I mean, Triple H pretty much runs the deal now. Like Vince barely does a thing. It's Triple H running everything.
Wow,
Yeah.
You don't want to come to my base. Just tell
that's pretty awesome.
It is pretty awesome. I love like it was just a thing, like a gag, a part of the whole lore of the WWF at the time, the Attitude Era, and then it was like actually, and then they got married.
Me and my brother were really, really, really into wrestling, and Kevin has recently gotten into a YouTube channel where they do like they interview all the old wrestlers and just get behind the scenes information, like completely out of character, just talking. And he told me some shit that I was actually like sort of surprised about. Apparently,
Is it from like does the WWE actually put it out, or is it just somebody that
It's just
has an inside?
I think Austin runs the shit.
Oh yeah, Steve Austin has his own podcast.
Yeah, I think it's like
broken something.
Yeah, broken glass,
something.
Broken Skulls.
Yeah,
no, that's the Broken Skull Challenge.
It might be the Broken Skull podcast.
Maybe.
But
I think it's like it just a team of people that just operate under the same channel just to have more uploads per week.
Yeah.
But it's just a bunch of wrestling nerds that grew up watching. And they get people on to fucking interview and shit. And they had Shawn Michaels on there. And apparently, according to Shawn Michaels, Hulk Hogan is a fucking dick.
Yeah, everybody says that.
He's a fucking dick and a half.
Everybody says that Hulk Hogan is the biggest asshole that has ever gone through the entire program of the, like he's impossible to talk to is what I've heard. Because Al Snow.
Mm-hmm.
Like I graduated high school with his daughter and his son.
That's awesome.
Because he's from my hometown. And so like there's a lot of insight. I guess like Gangrel, you remember the guy like vampire guy?
Yes.
They're like best, like Al Snow and Gangrel like best friends.
Huh.
So like, I'll say her name, Brittany. She's met because she graduated with me. Her brother is like 2 years younger than us. But like, come to find out, lots of those dudes are just stand-up guys, except for a couple. Like Kane, like obviously he was like mayor or something like that of a town.
Yep.
And like he's a stand-up guy. Everybody said that what's his name? Who was the cop guy? What was his name?
Sergeant Slaughter? No.
Sergeant Slaughter.
Was it Sergeant Slaughter?
Everybody said that he is a complete dickhead too.
Oh.
Yeah. He's a bad one. Hulk Hogan was a bad one.
I remember that same thing that Kevin was telling me about with Shawn and Hulk. Apparently, I think it was Hulk Hogan's fucking farewell match or whatever he had with Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania or something. And they were talking about how the match was going. And apparently, like, Hogan wouldn't rehearse with him at all. And so whenever they got down to it, Shawn really oversold every punch. Like, it'd be like an obvious not that hard to hit, and he'd just go flying backwards. Like he said it was sort of a fuck you to Hulk.
like a super oversell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh god, it hurts so much.
Yeah. That's another thing I heard about Hulk Hogan too, is like, as when it comes to like actually, performing and stuff, he was one of the hardest to perform with, because he would just go out there and he would do like, like his punches would be inches away, like, too far away to actually be able to sell it.
Yeah.
And that goes back on to like whatever Shawn Michaels said. It's hard to sell it because he would just stay so far away and he wasn't believable. Him and like Ric Flair is what he brought up, is like those guys, they were in an era where they didn't want receipts back, because the receipt is when you actually hurt somebody accidentally in the ring. So then the person that you hit comes back and they actually give you something hard. So they didn't want the receipts. So they, stayed far away, but they didn't realize that as time went on, the cameras got a little closer. They were always used to the cameras being way up away, and you could sell this stuff from, 5 inches from hitting somebody or whatever. But they say, like, once they got older, they didn't realize that, so they would stay far away, and they didn't want the receipts from, getting hit back or getting a big punch or something like that, because they were actually hitting each other in like the attitude area.
The attitude area.
That one area down there, just angsty. But I don't know. I found it really interesting that like those guys like Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, they were just like hard to work with the new guys.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they were fucking prima donnas.
Right. That's their whole persona.
Yeah. They were supposed to be that way. They're fucking divas. But still.
No. Like, yeah, you go in, you look, and it's like, wow, these guys that like they played heels, they were the guys that you didn't want to mess with, but then they turn out to be like absolute sweethearts in real life, because they had to come from the bottom. They came from some tiny little wrestling circuit, and then they made it to the professional leagues.
Started
They
from the
were
bottom, now I'm here. Sorry.
pretty much living off of absolutely nothing, then getting a break. So there's like all these stories I heard about Steve Austin, like just being a super duper good guy.
Yeah, I have not heard a single bad story about it. I heard that like Undertaker, like in the locker room, was sort of like the enforcer.
He was the boss.
Yeah, he was the guy.
Yeah, I heard that it pretty much had to go through the Undertaker and then go to Vince.
That's fucking intense.
So yeah, so it's like the locker room leader was the Undertaker for how many years? That's like, it blew my mind years ago when I found out that the Undertaker is the same guy for the entirety of his career. I thought there was multiple Undertakers.
No, it's always been one Undertaker.
It's always been one guy.
I think there's only been one Kane too, except for that weird little imposter Kane.
I don't know about that.
It was like one little fucking, like he was losing his mind because like he felt like he was being haunted by his past, I guess. They had somebody that was like the same size as him put on the old Kane mask and suit. This is after he had already unmasked and he wasn't wearing nothing but like some pants and boots.
Oh, and just some like black shit on his face or whatever.
Yeah, once in a while. But he was just bald.
Just a massive bald man.
Yeah. And like while he was having this weird little inner turmoil thing, like somebody shows up at the fucking stage area fully clad like Kane when he first came out the very first time. Long hair, mask, fucking everything.
The full suit.
Yeah, the full suit. One arm fucking cut out missing, like his left arm exposed. That weird fucking disturbing shit.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think you ever saw him again. I think that was it. That was the end of that storyline.
Probably.
We're all like, who's wearing that mask? Where's it going from? You never saw him again. I have no idea who wore that.
It was the embodiment of Kane's spirit, past demons. And he fought him, right? Did he fight him?
Yeah, he got his ass whooped by. What it was is he was a face and he was making a heel turn, and they had to give him something to make him go.
They had to make sure that he was being, he's not supposed to be the good guy.
Yep. But okay, so it sounds like that you and I are the only wrestling fans here.
Yeah.
We should probably move on.
Yeah, we did a good 15 minutes there just wrestling. But it's real to me, damn it.
Okay, so
nobody get the fucking meme.
What meme?
The meme. But
I
it's
got
still real to me, damn it. You serious?
No, I got it. Jesus.
No, I'm talking to everybody else. Like, even if you don't watch wrestling, you should have got the meme.
Andrew, you're not supposed to be playing cards right now. We're doing a podcast. I'm going to need you to pay attention. Everybody just saw you open up Palace of Cards.
No.
Everybody just saw that.
No.
No, we didn't, Sheriff. What are you talking about?
Didn't see nothing. What are you talking about?
All right, well, let me hit you with this. Let me get your opinion on this, Andrew.
Okay.
Here's a little factoid for you.
Okay.
Create dialogue. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Number 1. The feathery, flightless ostrich's muscular legs are powerful enough to kill man and lion alike.
Okay. I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, there you go. That's a fact. Very first, top of the list. Important.
Thank you for being here, Andrea. Appreciate it.
Fuck yourself.
But yeah, okay. This is weird. I like your list better, Niels. This is just a bunch of real random shit.
I guess. Yikes. Big fucking yikes here.
What? What'd you got?
Oh, god damn. Come on, Google machine, give me something good.
All clownfish are born male and will only change sex to become a dominant female.
That actually blows my mind. So you telling me that Nemo's dad was into some trans girls?
Nemo's mom was a Nemo before she was.
Dang.
Hey. But yeah.
So how does it change? Like, how do they,
I ain't looking that up. You put that in your fucking Google history.
No, yeah, that's something your FBI agent's not going to be worried about. It's biology.
I guess so.
You ain't going to get canceled over, I promise.
I'm not concerned with getting canceled. I just don't want Google to start suggesting I look at pictures of fucking, clownfish genitalia.
It's not like you're going to be on Facebook and then all of a sudden there's going to be some clownfish dick pop up and suggested. Come on. I'll look it up. I'm not scared.
Go ahead.
I'm a little scared. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to be sitting there browsing through my phone, going through Facebook, and all of a sudden just going to be finding Nemo with a big dong. I don't know.
Yeah, that's dangerous. That is dangerous right there.
Especially with a wife and kids.
Honey, I was looking through your computer the other day, and there's a picture of Nemo doing some real questionable things.
Why are you looking at clownfish pussy? I'm not. Research.
I'm not. No.
No, I'm not. I promise.
It was important research for a podcast.
God damn, I'm doing a paper. It was the topic. You haven't been in college for 8 years. Whatever. Anyway, so that's actually interesting. Is there more information on that?
No, it's literally just that sentence and a picture of a clown. That's it.
Man, I can't even fact check that. By fear of being labeled as a clownfish.
Hang on. Are all clownfish born male? Surprisingly.
Why did you just say that like Dory speaking whale?
My mouth is faster than my finger. All right.
Hell yeah.
Surprisingly, all clownfish are born male. They have the ability to switch their sex, but will do so only to become the dominant female of a group. the change is irreversible. So I'm imagining, yeah, that.
Whoa. So the male only changes female when it's like, I don't got enough power around here.
Bitch, get your ass over here. Let's mate.
So now I'm the female. This runs you, and then they give the DX thing. Suck it.
Yeah.
Back to wrestling.
Nobody in Google really wants to explain how. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. We're doing fine. We're doing just fine.
We're doing great. We got this.
We're doing just fine.
You give me a fact, Niels.
Oh, the fact is,
Fact is,
the fact of the
Fact?
matter is,
facts. I googled facts. Facts.gt.com. Fact is a thing known to be proved true. Did you know that?
oh, I'll be damned.
Get the fuck out.
Also,
both of you.
similar information used as evidence or as part of a report or news article.
Huh.
Are we sure about that? Hold on.
Meals, you changed your picture.
Yeah, I was experimenting because I was just experimenting.
What is this creature?
What is
That
this
creature,
what
that
is this
creature's from a YouTube cartoon series.
Oh, is this
It's
from?
very interesting.
Is that from Hell of a
It's funny
Boss?
show. Absolutely, that's Stolas.
Oh, cool.
That is Stolas.
the
creepy old, the creepy owl millionaire.
He's the gay owl.
the gay. No, I would call him
demon
more
friend.
bi. He does have a wife and a daughter.
Yeah, he's very gay, but also very much has a family.
Dutiful.
Yeah, he's interesting, but I was actually going back and watching an episode and I saw this and I was like, I'd love to have that as a profile picture. But actually, it's not working right now. The GIF isn't working. Oh yeah, it is.
It's working. You just have to be.
Yeah, only talk. Yeah,
Just
only works
just
when you talk.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Like, it was still for me as well, but like as soon as it's because I was clicking on other things.
Yep,
Like, as long as I have this screen as my focus.
Yeah, as soon as I go and then go, then it works.
Bam.
Wow.
A gay man.
You
A
just
gay
said.
owl. A gay horny owl. Wow.
So that's another fact about owls.
Yeah, owls tend to be horny.
Did you know? What the fuck is this? How can you prove all polar bears are left-handed,
You can't prove that.
or rather, left-pawed? How the
can't
fuck?
prove
What makes
that.
them fucking left-handed?
Something in their medulla oblongata.
What makes?
I think there was
polar
also
bears...
another thing where, like, something about polar bears are all from like Ireland. Most of them.
They traced them all back to Ireland.
Yeah.
I heard that too.
Okay,
Back in the Ice
apparently,
Age.
apparently all polar bears are left-handed. They sneak up on prey by covering their nose with their right paw, their nose being black and therefore showing up against the snowy white background. Then club it mercilessly with their left paw.
They're all left-handed assassins.
Left-handed assassins. They cover their nose with their jab and slug the shit out of you with their main hand.
That is very interesting.
Very weird.
There's gonna be one polar bear out there like, bitch, I ain't taking that shit.
Is that why they call it southpaw?
Whoa!
Oh shit.
Whoa!
Is it?
What? Why do they hold on?
Do
I'm
I
gonna
look
Google
like I
that
have the
thing.
reason behind this shit?
Why do they call it southpaw? Why do they call it southpaw? Supposedly, late 19th century ballparks were laid out so that the pitcher looked in a westerly direction when facing the batter. So no,
Oh.
it's a baseball thing.
Well.
Oh, it's not a gaming
Well,
thing.
crap. It's not a polar bear thing? That sucks.
That's stupid. It should have been a polar bear thing.
That's crappy.
Idiots.
We don't have paws.
Anyway,
We got fingers.
a baby giraffe falls
What's up,
5
little
feet.
bitches?
Hey,
Hey,
we're
welcome
talking
back,
about
welcome
giraffes,
back.
okay?
Are you talking about a giraffe falling out of a mom's giraffe
Yeah.
pussy right now?
Baby giraffes fall 5 feet after they're born, and then they stand within half an hour.
Wow.
Same.
Same. You fell 5 feet out.
Can't
the pussy?
argue. Same.
You don't know my mama? My mama a giraffe. All right.
My mama never raised no bitch.
My
My
mama's
Take that
a
5
giraffe.
feet.
non-draft.
All right. Oh.
Anyway. Welcome back, Lisa.
Nobody target
mama's
meals
thing.
with any of your mama jokes. He's got those bases covered.
My mom was a giraffe. That's all you need to know.
My mama never raised no bitch. Go take that fall like a champ.
So how was your time out, Blaze it?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Make some sales.
No, it was my mom.
That's sweet.
Did you make some sales? Is what he said.
This guy.
Hey. Real.
Oh.
Did you sell anything to your mom?
No.
I felt that's the weirdest question I've ever asked.
Did your mom accept anything in return?
Does your mom take a Bitcoin?
She did want some marijuana.
Did she
Damn.
say,
God
and I
dang.
quote, China
dang.
number one?
All right, Blaze it. You get to give us a topic. We've been talking
Yeah,
about
do something. Do something
mindless.
funny.
We got
Hey,
another
do
half
something funny.
hour. Dance, monkey.
Oh shit! I'll be right back.
Did you know that bats always turn left when they exit a cave?
I didn't know that.
You did?
No.
What the fuck? No.
Did you know these are starting to sound fucked up?
These are starting to sound fucked up?
Yeah, like with the giraffe mama fucking dropping the child 5 feet.
I mean, like, you try having 5-foot legs and giving birth on the ground. Fair.
Andrea, can you elaborate?
What?
Oh. Kind of awkward. Real fast.
the awkwardness. Dude, I should have muted my mic and let that sit there.
I mean, I was talking to one of my kids. I wasn't paying attention.
That was so fucking awkward.
All you can say was, wow.
Wow. Oh, fuck.
I have no idea what happened. No clue.
A lot.
Not a fucking
A
clue.
lot happened.
We'll have to rewatch that.
I just heard my name and I was like, what?
Whoa. Okay, that's weird.
What'd you do?
Dolphins sleep with 1/2 of the brain at a time and with one eye closed.
Wow.
So, like,
Same though. Same.
they let 1/2 of the brain sleep and then they let the other half of the brain.
That's just called having kids, Andrea.
Are you right?
Was he ever wrong?
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
That's a neat little fact.
That's a neat little factoroo.
Yeah.
Factoid right there.
Yeah, a little factoid. A little thing there for you. I can't read any more of these. My brain feels like it's turning to mush.
I started playing solitaire in the middle of my phone call. Now I must finish. I must finish.
Okay. So, Rue, you got any topics?
Not really. Well, could talk about Elden Ring, I guess. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Elden Ring's a pretty good topic because everybody's
It's
fucking playing it.
retro.
Not retro.
Consider it's basically Dark Souls reskinned.
Dark Souls, it's not retro.
That game is like almost 20 years old.
Dark Souls 1?
His voice got really high while he was saying that.
Dark Souls 1 is not like 20 years old, is it?
It is at least 12. I think somewhere in like 14, 15. Slowly creeping up.
It was released on PS3. I don't think PS3 is retro.
Shit, PS3 was released 2007, 2008.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like I wouldn't look at like I don't know. I feel like to qualify for the retro tag, you need to at least have been on a cartridge. You know what I mean?
No, Sheriff, that's just you being old.
No.
I consider PlayStation 1 retro these days.
Yeah, I think PS1 would be retro. But like that's still a whole different like I want to
Yeah.
PS2 is like barely retro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, PS2, that's a stretch. That's a
But
stretch.
at the
I'll
same
agree there.
time, I can't imagine playing a PS2 game and not thinking, "Wow, what a retro game." You know what I mean?
Especially once you see the graphics, be like, wow.
Yeah. I don't know if my argument holds water. I'm gonna have to back off of this one.
It's a bad vibe, bad play.
But yeah,
I lost my train of thought already.
Elden
Sorry.
Ring is awesome. Train of thought.
I haven't played it all yet.
You haven't played it?
Nope.
Dude, it's great. It's just Dark Souls with tons of awesome little hidden things. Like, I started a vagabond, got to like level 22 or 23, and was just disgusted with how slow I was, and just didn't like the build. So I just started over with a rich, and now I'm like level 19, and it's awesome. So much more fun. And nobody in here has played. God damn it.
Nope.
How are we supposed to talk about this, Aru, if I'm the only one?
That is a very bad topic, Rue. He has a point.
Well, I don't know. Like, say
It's all your
what's
fault.
your favorite part about it, and
We're gonna be like, oh
relate
yeah, I
to
like
the
that part too.
crowd.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, my favorite part about it is sort of like that it's like a Nuzlocke when you're playing a rich. Because you have nothing. You're a naked boy with a shield made of wood and a club.
A
You just
naked boy.
You just gotta find stuff. And like,
Are they-
I don't know, there's something appealing about that patchwork, that first time you get like fully clad in armor. You know what I mean? Because you had to work
Well-
your ass off for that.
I think I saw Thaddy do that while he was streaming his game.
I thought he started
You-
Samurai.
Oh. Well, I was looking at the wrong thing.
Fallen made a wretch though. So you might have been looking at Fallen.
I don't remember. It was someone.
It's
It
really
was
fun.
yesterday. He was getting his ass handed to himself.
Yeah, that happens. I was discouraged by that boss with the big weird tail that we were stuck on for so long. And like my boss at work, like everybody at work's playing it. And the guy that runs the place at work, he was like, I asked him how he'd been, and he was like, well, I've just been like playing Elden Ring and literally nothing else.
That's just what it's been. I don't
Yeah.
think anyone else has seen another game.
I was like, oh, well, that's cool. I got stuck on that one guy with the weird tail. The boss in the dungeon after the big old catapult. He was like, no, just fucking grind up like level 45. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. So he literally just spent hours grinding to 45 so that he could whoop that guy's ass.
Way to do
Unbelievable.
it.
I reckon, but God, that's a bunch of grinding.
What was it? I think if you hold on. I need to relook this up.
Oh my god, I'm raging right now. I'm at a standstill on my solitaire. I just want to be done.
Well, not all solitaire games are winnable.
I know. I think I'm at a standstill.
You got any cards in the deck that'll play?
No. Oh, I can flip the deck back over.
Yeah.
I'm new. Sitting here for fucking 20 minutes trying to do this. Son of a bitch.
How's your game of Rummy going, Andrea?
Was Andrea playing a game of Rummy?
Yeah, I was trying to get you to join me.
I didn't even know.
Disrespectful. Disrespectful.
I mean, to be fair, you guys are just talking about stuff I know nothing about anyway.
Well, it's not like we know stuff about this shit.
Think we fucking know what we're talking about?
Okay, what's something you know absolutely nothing about, Andrea? Something you have no business commenting on.
Have no business commenting on. I don't know, like fucking World of Warcraft. There we go.
Okay. How do you feel about the latest update?
Chicken.
Well, okay. Valid.
I'm waiting. Wow.
You heard it here. Chicken.
Yep.
Revolutionary.
Revolutionary.
Fucking.
Wow.
Wow!
I'm gonna beat this game of fucking Rummy. You just watch.
Where did Meals go? Did Meals have to put his kid to
Or-
bed?
Not
Yeah, I
Rummy.
think he did. He said, "I'll be right back," and like in a rushed manner. So
Yeah, I was feeding on his energy and now it's gone. You guys are lame.
fuck yourself. Bro.
Wow. I'm balls deep in this solitaire game right now.
Yeah, see? Everybody's doing things.
Doing anything? I'm just sitting here.
Doing things. And
I want
things
to do
and doing.
stuff.
You want to do stuff?
Just
Yeah.
fire up the Rummy. Turn this into
Podcast
a half talk, half rum.
Yeah. No. How long have we been talking for?
37 minutes.
Oh shit.
Oh, damn. Buzzkill.
I'm gonna need you guys to conversate with me.
Sorry.
Drug is.
Mommy.
Drug is.
What?
Mommy.
Mommy.
Ava.
I'm a government employee. I'm not allowed to talk about drugs.
James.
Daddy.
Don't tell nobody. Then.
Lucas.
Ow.
Mommy.
What? Daddy?
Mommy.
She's making me say everybody's names that are.
I'm so close to being done.
You're not gonna beat it. I'm cursing
Dang.
you right now.
Hey!
I am cursing you right now.
I have not seen a 5 of fucking puppy toes yet either. That's the sad
No such
part.
thing.
Hey.
Dude, after this, I desperately want to play some fucking poker. I have been wanting to. I've had a poker itch for days now, and I need to scratch it.
Oh yeah,
Bills, you've returned.
I've returned from putting the kid to bed, and then also getting headbutted by my dog, so now I have a bleeding nose.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's great.
My favorite.
Yeah. Damn, that fold up. That Jesus, I'm leaking hard. Hold on.
How old were you guys when you learned
Leaking.
how to ride a bike?
Fuck if I know.
I was 3.
3.
How do you remember these things?
Oh,
My
dude,
dad
this-
taught me how to ride.
I think I was.
I just remember
think
like I was
5.
young.
Yeah, that's like I just remember my training wheels coming off one day and riding my life away.
Yeah.
I remember
don't know.
thinking I was a big boy, like getting on one of the big boy bikes with the gears and shit. But I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready.
Put that thing straight into a rose bush.
Honestly, I don't even remember learning. I just remember like one day just knowing how.
Yeah, same.
You know?
Right. Right.
Like just riding down the fucking gravel driveway. Don't know how I got there, but
My dad taught me how to ride in a playground in an apartment complex playground in Selma, and I don't know if I should tell this story. I fell off the bike, and some kids tried to help me, and I had the wrong reaction.
did you punch him or
Are
something?
you horny?
No.
Are you horny? Did you get mad at him? Tell him to
Okay.
kick rocks, little bitch.
All right. Oh God, how do I explain this?
Just do it.
He definitely told him to kick rocks, little bitch.
All right.
Okay. So, I think it's probably best to explain that I come from an old-fashioned family. Like, I was around my grandparents a lot, and there weren't any little black kids to hang out with in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
And then I was learning to ride the bike in Selma at the playground, and Selma is, you know, it's a very black, community.
Oh yeah.
And he was teaching me to ride the bike at the playground, and I rode for about 20 yards and fell over. And this group of black kids saw me fall, and they're like, "Oh shit!" And they ran over to help me, and I was like, "No, my dad's gonna help me. He's white."
Oh man.
No.
You know, not to take regards away from your story, but I finished my solitaire.
Well done.
Hey, good for
All right.
you.
Yeah.
So
You know what? Maybe that's a good thing.
thing I was going to talk about is that there is a Maxima EXP in Kingdom Hearts that you reach for max level. This guy spent 210 hours grinding beginning level, which is the very lowest possible part of the game. And if you know what like the levels of the game, it's Sora's homeworld. And it's nothing but shadows that drop 1 EXP. You need a total of like 3 million EXP for max level in that game. He killed 3 million shadows in 210 hours.
Wow. I don't know what any of that means.
Yeah, I feel
Could've
like
done that in
like
Selma, Alabama.
in the middle of that, I had to just look around and make sure I didn't like leap forward in time.
Forward,
Okay,
you
for
mean
a minute,
backward?
I wish I did. Just skip.
I was
I'm not
like,
gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I tuned it all out.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go use the bathroom.
all right.
All right, bless you.
I ain't got a damn clue what he said. I just tuned all of it out.
Wait,
I mean,
mean,
no,
that's
we're
fine,
good. We don't need to
but-
go. We don't need to talk about Selma, Alabama ever again.
yeah, Selma, Alabama was. Well, I mean, but like I was 3.
No, I mean, yeah, it's a thing. I mean,
My dad was laughing really hard.
as you should be.
Like, I didn't remember that happening at all, and he reminded me when I was 12. So he could laugh at me.
Up, he was like, "Oh my god, that was hilarious."
Like, you remember that time you fell off your
You
bicycle?
remember that time you felt the bike, and you're like, "Hey, black kids, don't help me."
God, I feel fucking awful that happened. Those poor kids.
Hey, man, I mean, we're not very far removed from like some straight up shit, you know?
Yeah.
And just somewhere in the world right now, they're retelling this story like some white kid fell off his bike and he said, "Don't help me, you black."
You're gonna post this podcast, and somebody over in like, I don't know, some Nordic country is gonna be like, I heard a story.
They're
this
gonna
one
find you
time."
later and laugh. Be like, "I remember you."
Somebody's gonna go to war with this shit. Like, babies can be racist too.
See, I told you.
It's not just adults; could be babies too.
Oh, yeah, that one. I feel bad. That's one of those cringe memories you got that you just got to put right back in the box.
I mean, I can tell you a more recent story just involving my child.
Sure, let's go.
I just kind of want to put it out there that it was like kind of very shocking that this only happened like a month ago. So, like, actually, honestly, my kid's best friend is black.
Mhm.
And so there's something going on with Disney Channel to where they're promoting this new show coming up called like Rise Up, Stand Up, Rise Up, something like that. And it's and it's targeted at racism on Disney Junior. So there's also another show that came on, like Alice in Wonderland, like they bake shit or whatever, and it just debuted like 3 weeks ago, whatever. So a month ago, he's saying when this whole Alice in Wonderland baking with Alice in Wonderland, whatever, he saw the um like the promos for it or whatever come on, and he said that's for white kids, and I was like, pardon me, kid, like what'd you just say? He said Alice is for white kids. I said, what makes you say that? He said that everybody on there was white. And it like literally my like gut sunk. I'm like, oh, so now you're like recognizing like the color of people. And then so I said, what made you say that? And he said, rise up. And I said, oh shit. Like this little tiny like show that they're promoting like about racism that it's not even doesn't even exist yet. They just keep pushing it to where they're teaching kids about race and color. My kid's 4. And it's like this is making it very awkward for me because like I know that he doesn't care about playing with black kids because his best friend's a black kid. And like he's saying this Alice show is not for it's for white kids. And I'm sitting here like, what the fuck?
So it's creating a separation.
Yeah, and that's like I mean, it's actually got me legit worried because like he actually hasn't gone and played with his friend since then because they've been on vacation and stuff like that before school and whatever.
So he's just getting this separation more set in mind.
Yeah. So like now I'm scared like if he goes and plays with Dalen, like his best friend, is he gonna bring this up? Like Dalen is almost 2 years older than him. So he's already like in like kindergarten. And I'm like sitting here like, if this gets brought up, like, what the fuck? like
Yeah, that's crazy.
like what do I do about this? Like, because I'm usually not around because his best friend is actually over at my parents' house. So it's like, what do I do? And I've already explained it to him, like, no, any kid can watch anything they want, doesn't matter what color they are. And then I didn't want to bring up Dalen because I didn't want him to single out like Dalen's a black kid. I just wanted I just want him to be his best friend because that's what they are. So like I tried explaining to him, like, yeah, kids are other colors. You've seen other people of different colors and whatever like that. And he's like, yeah. He's like, but then I was like, so what makes you think that this Alice show is only for white kids? Even though that the Alice kid actually has like the Mad Hatter, like, you can tell he's like a mixed kid. But he still thinks that Alice is only for white kids and that the Rise Up show is for black kids because it has mostly all black kids in it. So it was like, dude, this is not what I want to talk about right now with my 4-year-old.
Hmm.
Yeah.
It's like I want him to know everything, but at the same time, he's 4 and he's not ready. I didn't like really appreciate like so like Disney's been monitored like whenever they pull because they'll tell you when like the Rise Up stand out or whatever like little it's like a 5-minute thing that comes on. I'm like I actually do turn it off because I'm like I don't want him to get something from Disney Channel that might not be ready for him because I need to teach him the way that he knows, not the way that Disney knows.
Yeah.
Disney doesn't know my kid.
That's a good point. Like that's a big issue to tackle for a fucking 4-year-old.
Yeah. Especially when like he actually does not realize like I mean obviously there's racism and shit, but he doesn't know it. He does not know it.
Yeah, just give him
Until this show came out or whatever. Until that show came and separated white kids and black kids.
So
He didn't know it.
me personally, I've had multiple discussions with my oldest about racism. I've literally like said to him probably for 3 years now. I'm like, I do not give a fuck what color people are. You don't. First off, you don't point it out. Second, You can be friends with whoever the fuck you want. It doesn't matter. Their skin color does not matter. They did not wake up one day and choose what skin color they are, so you have no right to hold it against them. And yeah, my oldest, he has like a little quote unquote girlfriend, and she's mixed, and she's like the cutest little girl ever.
I mean, yeah,
And
it's just
it makes me happy, you know?
the thing is like I don't need a freaking cartoon trying to teach my kid how they
Exactly.
should think.
It's
Yeah.
stupid. Yeah. Just
It,
I
it
don't
like
know.
actually pissed me off. I'm like,
Sit him down and have like a similar conversation with him. That's what I would do.
Yeah, he should be.
that's what we did.
Kids should have the right to be innocent for as long as possible.
That's
Yeah.
my biggest thing. It's like, dude, you don't need to know like the atrocities of things that did happen at 4 years old.
Yeah, he shouldn't.
You don't
Yeah.
even know. You don't even know that. You don't even know that shit until you're like in 5th grade. Until you
Yeah.
actually start learning about it, you can actually digest it.
A 4-year-old shouldn't have to deal with like white guilt or any of that shit.
Fuck no. And that's kind of what that show is doing. Like, I noticed too when it first, because I saw like the promo a few times when it first came out, and I pointed out to my wife, I'm like, so everybody's holding up a little like a little sign, like almost like they're protesting or something like that, which
Mhm.
is also weird. They're holding up a little sign, and everybody else, they have a big old heart on their sign. The little white kid in the corner had a tiny little heart on their sign. And I'm like, that's subtle and very kind of weird. Why would you make the little white girl's heart smaller on her sign than everybody else who's, has, there are people that are colored? Like, it makes no sense. That's weird. Like,
Yeah.
don't, that's weird. So then I noticed that like 2 weeks later, they put all the hearts the same size. I'm like, oh, so they changed it. They realized what they were doing was different.
Oh, so somebody else had also noticed that.
Somebody knew what was going on, so they changed it.
Huh.
And I'm like, I think they're actually trying to pull some weird shit on these kids right now on Disney Channel.
Yeah. That's tough. That's real tough.
And then it's like, I want to tell my kid this stuff in the way that he understands.
And this is like television, like Disney Channel on TV.
Yes. On TV.
I'd pull the plug and just start playing Netflix Junior.
Well, that's why I kind of look
Junior.
and I say, like, I know the shows that he watches on Disney he loves. Like, he loves like Puppy Dog Pals. He loves that Alice show that comes on. It's on Disney, stuff like that. But then I look through and I say, I know when he watches these shows, and I kind of try to make it a thing. Like, if I know they're trying to do that, like 5-minute long promo comes up on the TV guide, I try to like say, okay, we're gonna skip through that because it seems like every time it comes up, like he kind of gets glued to it. Because when kids get glued to something, they're like really interested in it, and I'm like, I don't know if I want you super interested in this.
I want to defend television for just a second. Like just as a guy who grew up watching Disney, I don't know, Disney's probably not, or definitely isn't what it used to be. You know what I mean? It like all the cartoon channels. Me and my brother watched tons of television, tons and tons and tons of television, and the male leadership in the household was from a different generation. That's a nice way of saying they're incredibly racist. You know what I mean? But television taught us not to, take that generation's narrative to heart.
Yeah.
That's true.
We grew up
It's the
respecting.
diversity of it all. Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of the problem though now is like the children that, are seeing this shit didn't have to deal with that. They haven't like, they didn't have to deal with their parents being like, just ignore grandpa, he's racist. Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. That's fair.
And
Because
they didn't have
there's
to,
less and
they
less
didn't
of
have to
those.
sit their kid down and explain, yeah, grandpa grew up in a different generation. He was taught this way. Yes, he's wrong, but just let him be the way he is, because that's whatever.
and
There's
and
no
that
there's
was
no sense in fighting it,
and that
basically.
was our generation that, like, if anything's going to be aimed to try to like deter racism, it would have been our generation. It wouldn't be like our kids.
Right.
Like, our kids are growing up with, dude, everybody's getting along unless you want to cause a problem. The people that
Exactly.
are causing the problems are the ones out looking for
Well,
trouble.
We are
and
living
here's
by don't start none, there won't be none.
here's the
Right.
thing though, like little kids, like I'm gonna say like 2 and under, they don't see color, bro.
They
That
actually
shit
absolutely
that
don't.
that shit is fucking taught.
Well, they see
Absolutely.
it.
They had to learn that shit somewhere else. Yeah, a kid might be like, why does he look, they might be curious. They'll be
But
like, why
then,
does he look
Yeah.
different than me?
but then the only
But
thing
they
you
don't
have to
hold
say
it
to them
against
is that
them.
everybody looks different. And then they're
Exactly.
like, okay, great. And then they go,
The
hee,
thing
hee,
is,
hee, and they go
yeah,
and play.
the thing is they don't hold it against anybody. When it comes to like holding it against people, that shit is taught by somebody older to a child.
Absolutely.
That has nothing to do with the child's own thought process. That kind of shit has to be put into somebody's head.
I got a story. I got my sister's first encounter with a black person. She went to the dentist, and the nurse was a black lady. And while she was setting up Carla to get her mouth work done, she was like, "Why is your face all brown?" She's like, "Well, you don't have any little brown friends?" And she just shook her head. Mm-mm.
Shit, I
Hilarious.
actually had a similar thing happen with me and my middle child. Um, so yeah, he doesn't really, he never really grew up around black kids. It's not that we kept him from them. It's he's 4 and he's not in school or anything.
Yeah.
Um, my my brother-in-law on my husband's side, obviously. Uh, he adopted 2 little black girls, and Lucas was like, "Why do they look weird?" I'm like, "What do you mean? Why do they look weird? Why are they so dark?" They look, it's fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Just ignore it. It's not a big deal.
I mean,
That's
honestly,
how
like
that went.
even with my kids, like, his friend, he didn't even ask questions. He didn't ask a
Yeah.
damn question. It's like, and then there was actually one day we were at, the store, and he thought he saw Dalen's dad because it was some black guy.
Oh.
So it was like, he was like, oh, look, this was like when he was like 2.5. And he was like, Dalen's dad, Dalen's dad. I'm like, no, that's not Dalen's dad. And he looked at me and like, he looks like Dalen's dad. And I was like, no, there's people that look the same. They just look different. They have different color skin. And that's all it took. And he was just like, oh, okay.
Right.
And it's like, just, to be honest, he actually kind of did look like his dad. He was like a big, bald black guy.
Oh.
But it was like,
So,
but it
very
wasn't his
similar
dad.
topic, but completely different at the same time. I'm a big guy. I'm fat. Just put it blunt. This fucking kid, this little black kid ran up to me in the store one day and was like, "Why are you so big?" And the dad looks dead at the kid and goes, "Why are you so black? Don't tell people that." I was dying, dude. I was like, "That's parenting done right."
That's fair.
Fucking funny.
Fucking fair.
That's so funny. I love that.
Damn, that is fair as fuck.
That's awesome. I think we can
I
end
was
I think we can
dying.
end the podcast on that. That's fantastic.
That was great.
We got serious there for like 15 minutes or so.
That was an actual. There we were. We
That
found
was a
it.
good. That was
No,
a good
we
little
got
combo.
deep on that shit.
It took us
Yeah.
20 fucking minutes, but we got in the groove. We found it.
I'm so serious about not, instilling racism in my kids. So yeah,
It's a
I can
fucking-
talk about that for a minute.
We might have to elaborate that on another episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, like I was just kind of pissed that Disney taught him that for some
for
reason got
sure.
into his head that there was a show made for white kids. I'm like,
Yeah, that's fucking
and
And like preparing him to
pardon
hold
me?
a sign.
right. And then the whole sign thing, like I noticed the sign thing. I'm like, that's fucked up. And then they fix it. I'm like, that's still fucked up.
Yeah.
Whatever. Fuck
Yeah.
Disney.
Disney.
Before we let off, I got one more thing. Damn it. Okay. So there was shit. So I'm a D&D nerd. I buy stuff all the time. And I bought a module that was made for 3rd edition that had been updated to 5th edition. that I just bought a digital PDF copy because it hasn't been, there haven't been physical copies that aren't like $100 or more for a long time. And the disclaimer. So now they're disclaiming all the text in books past a certain date. Right?
Oh boy.
Disclaimer says there is language in this book that may contain bigoted or prejudiced comments, and that does not reflect who we are anymore. But we're not going to remove these comments because denying their existence would be just as bad as saying them outright.
There you go.
And I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
That was a cool disclaimer.
Selfless way to be like, yeah, we did it.
Fuck
We're not
you.
gonna hide it.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Fuck you, deal with it.
yeah.
If you're offended, bye-bye.
yeah, but it was still saying, we don't condone the language in this book. But the language in the book was fantasy prejudice, fantasy racism between like elves and orcs.
Orcs and shit.
Like, who are you offending with this? Like,
The people that identify as orcs and elves.
yeah, because you can do that legally now.
Right.
Okay, now we have to end it before I get it.
We gotta get the fuck out of this.
We gotta get out
now.
of here.
Hurry.
Ugh.
Sprint.
Barf. This has been the Deadwood
Run.
Saloon podcast. My updated books, because they take credit for bad.
Fuck Disney.
Fuck Disney. Except for their Star Wars and Marvel departments. Those are great.
Agreed. Tape.
Fuck most of Disney.
Fuck most of Disney.
Fuck like
Yeah.
80% of Disney.
80, 85, yeah.
Goodbye, everybody.